Hey guys, how you doing, and welcome back to another fantastic battle. And I would say to you yet again, get yourselves some woolly jumpers on, because we're on another mountainous battle. But we're not playing 3rd Age Total War today at the Misty Mountains, but we're on Call of Warhammer at the World's Edge Mountains for this fantastic clash, because it really is back and forth. You don't know until the final few minutes which way this battle goes. It's so good. So get yourselves nice and comfy, ladies and gentlemen, because you will have an absolute treat with this one today. So not only was this battle replay sent in to me by one of my subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic, and by the way, if you want to be doing that yourselves and you want to be sending over your epic battles to me, then check out the description. My email address is in there. Please do send them across. I can't wait to get my hands on them. But yeah, not only did he send this across to me, but he also put together a little bit of background, essentially a little bit of lore as to why these four factions are here for this clash today. So the High Elf expedition of Lord Komarius has been on the run for days after being ambushed and torn apart by the Dark Elf army. And with nowhere else to go, the High Elves decide to head for the mountains and hope to use its terrain in a last stand against the oncoming slaughter. And as they are setting up on the mountainside, a large group of dwarves approach the elves and demand to know what they are doing on their land. So Lord Komarius explains the situation he and his expedition are in. The Thane, leading the dwarves, strokes his beard and he looks at the Elven army. After a brief moment, the dwarf speaks. "We will aid you, but you owe us for this." With that said, the dwarves form up in a defensive line and set up their artillery. Meanwhile, this sudden alliance has not gone unnoticed by the Dark Elves. They know of an old abandoned castle nearby. While most say it is deserted, the Dark Elves know better. A vampire lord by the name of Alexis von Drakenberg holds domain over the ancient ruins. The dwarves have been a thorn in the eye of von Drakenberg for ages. With the aid of these Dark Elves, he can finally be rid of them once and for all. As the oncoming and uneasy alliance are struck on both sides, dark clouds gather over the mountains. Just as the Dark Elves and the undead armies are spotted by the defenders, thick raindrops fall down upon their helmets. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. So get yourselves very comfortable, because this will be absolutely superb. Okay, so before the battle actually starts, let's very quickly take a look at the armies and the players involved. So we've got the Karazhan Corps dwarves here. They are commanded by Musketmans. He's got a front line of Longbeards and a rear line of Ironbreakers. Some very, very strong defending units there. Heavy infantry, as you can imagine. We've got some Thunderers, some missile units, and some Quarrelers. I can't wait to see them fire their volleys off. And then we've got some Hammerers, some heavy infantry again to the rear. And then we've got a unit of Dwarven Mortar. Oh yes, I can't wait to see them in action. They will be quite a sight to see. And then the allies of the High Elves expedition. They are commanded by Corma P.L. And we've got some Lothern Sea Guard over here, and on the mountainside he's actually placed very nicely his artillery, his Eagle Claw bolt throwers. They will get a great range across the mountainside with being positioned up there, and again another unit of them over there. And then down here they are just forming up, so obviously they'll be moving when we press play. We've got the White Lions, the heavy infantry of the White Lions, and the Phoenix Guard. Very strong units indeed. And then the High Elves have sort of pushed themselves over to the right hand side to prepare themselves for the vampire counts who are coming up this way. The Dark Elves are going over the other side, basically. So we've got some Lothern Sea Guard there. We've got the man himself, the general, the Dragon Princes of Kelador. We've got some Lothern Sea Guard, or Lothern Sea Guard, I can't pronounce it. Some High Elf archers nicely positioned on the mountainside there to get their range down. And you can see here the battle's just going to start in just a second. We've got some High Elf spears, a long line of them, protecting the High Elves here and guarding the pass up to the other armies and the other units that are behind them. And then over here we've got the two enemies, the evil of the Dark Elves. These units look superb. So we've got some Dark Elf warriors, some heavy infantry. Again, a few units of these. I love the armour on these. They look absolutely superb. I can't wait to see Total War get their hands on the Dark Elves, probably in the next game, and get get their creative hands on them because they look absolutely amazing. The Blackguards of hang on. The Blackguards of Nagaron. There we go. Get the words out correctly. These need to be pronounced correctly. The Blackguard of Nagaron. We've got some of the units at the back here. Dark Elf crossbows. Of course, forgot to say this army is commanded by Jacki. Not Jacki Fish, but just Jacki. Don't get confused. So yeah, some Dark Elf crossbows here. And then to the rear we've got, I think this is the general unit of Garnath executioners. I think actually, is that the, I don't think that's the actual, maybe it is. I think that, yeah, that could be the general himself. The, yeah, Garnath executioners. Heavy infantry at the back, yeah, that could be him actually. And then over here, we've got the Vampire Counts, or the Sylvanian army here. Now these are commanded by Dr. Alex. And he's already brought 2 units of Blood Dragon Knights around the back to start flanking, probably into the Krazankor Dwarves, possibly. So yeah, already he's making his moves on the battlefield. But his main army is approaching the High Elf spear line up here. So he's got quite a difficult task to try and break them down. He's got to bring all his forces by that cavalry across up this way. So he's got a mixture of, again, Blood Dragon infantry. These guys are awesome. It's a shame that Total War haven't brought them into the Vampire Counts for Total War Warhammer. Maybe they'll come in a later, I don't know, unit pack or what. I don't know, but they're not in the actual vanilla game. Only the Graveguard Knights. We've got Krell's Personal Guard. They look a bit like Chaos influence on them, so I don't know if that's the case, if they've been corrupted by Chaos or what. If you guys know your lore in the comments, let me know what the backstory is with them. But yeah, they very much look like Chaos units to me. We've got a big clump of units actually here. We've got the Graveguard here. Oh yes, the Graveguard infantry, the heavy infantry. They look amazing on Total War Warhammer, and they look amazing on this as well. So yeah, they're lining up behind. I think that's it for those units. Very heavy infantry units, and they're going to have to be. If they're going to break down these spear units of the High Elves, they're going to have to be very tough, very heavy infantry units. And we've got the Von Carsteins here. Oh, very apt for this one today, the Von Carsteins. Is Manfred here himself, maybe? I don't know. Oh my god, already? Something's happened here. Some Skeletal Warriors have actually been taking absolute battering, I think, from the artillery up on the cliffside there. So already the Skeletal Warriors are not doing too good. But yeah, that is the build for Dr. Alex and his Sylvanian army. So let's cut to the chase, guys. Let's click play and let's enjoy this initial part of the battle. This is the first clash that actually kicks off now. So the High Elves are preparing themselves. Ready up, men, because here we go. The Skeletal Warriors have begun. Look at this. I love it. I love the aggression by the High Elves. They're going for it. Really are going for it down this line. Skeletal Warriors, we know they're already dead, but they're going to come under quite a heavy pounding here. They need heavier infantry than this if they're going to break through this line. These light infantry warriors won't do the job. So that's probably why they're going to bring the Blood Knights and the Graveguard over that way. So here we go. You can see over here, Blood Dragon Knights are coming across. Dr. Alex is going to try and get this gap he's sort of found here and bring the cavalry down. Maybe he's going to go for the Dwarven mortars, but they're firing. Okay, here we go. Let's see if they get some good shots off. Oh god, that just clipped the front line of those Narrowgrund Blackguards there, or the Blackguards of Nagaland. Here we go, another charge coming in from these Blackguard against the Longbeards. Oh, this is going to be great. Heavy infantry versus heavy infantry. Oh, it's all kicking off now. Into the front lines we go. And they're going to be supported by these Dark Elf warriors. And is that the general going in early on? Wow, that is brave. That is very brave to go in against the Longbeards so early on in the battle. And of course, we've got the crossbows firing at the background. Oh, what some great shots by the mortars there. They're clipping the back line. Those mortars may play a big part in this battle today. Where's the Blood Knights gone? Oh, they're just sitting back for the moment. Obviously, very nicely here, Corma PL has put those Phoenix Guard there to sort of protect that opening there, to say, you know what, if you're going to come and charge me, I'll protect myself with some heavy infantry. But now the Vampire Counts, The Sylvanians are really putting the pressure on this High Elven line here, because the heavy infantry have arrived. The Blood Knights, the Grave Guards, the Van Carsteins, Kral's personal guard. Everything's coming now for an almighty clash. This is going to be very interesting. But there we go, yes, confirmed. That was the Dark Elves general, and he's actually lost himself already in the battle. He's committed and killed so early on. But look at this, a big push from the Blood Dragon Knights getting in now. They saw the gap open up and they've gone right through, and they're going straight for a beeline. I think maybe are they going for the Quarrelers? The Thunderers, sorry, they are. They're going to try and charge through and then go out the other side maybe. But surprise, surprise there. I didn't think they would have got through so quickly, but they have. A great push by Dr. Alex here with his Sylvanian cavalry. His Quarrelers having to form up. I mean, the fact that the Dwarves have got such heavy infantry across their unit roster, even the missile units will stand for a long period of time. Oh, this is a great clash here. Look at the Blood Knights versus the Dragon Princes of Caledor. The heavy cavalry versus the heavy cavalry. This should be an almighty clash in the centre here. Lovely stuff. And here we go. The High Elf Archers have now been attacked by the Blood Dragons. They've managed to get a rear charge in there. But then Korma's poured across his Sea Guard, his Spearmen, then to try and drive the Blood Dragons away. And he seems to have done quite a good job of doing that. Princes of Caledor, chasing them, trying to drive them away early on in this clash. How is the High Elves line doing? It's doing okay, but the Sylvanian forces are starting to get their numbers into the line team, and these Blood Dragons heavy infantry are amazing. They will fight on to the bitter end. Well, you can imagine, why wouldn't they? They're flipping vampires, for God's sake. They're going to fight to the last vampire, aren't they, essentially? They are mean warriors. Over here, the Dark Elves are making pretty solid work of the Ironbreakers. The very stout defenders are coming under quite a challenge today. These Dark Elves doing a superb job, surrounding them now, really getting their men into the lines here. And this is surprising considering they've lost their general so early on, but still, it's not phased them. They are disciplined warriors, as you can see. Yeah, these Thunderers. Let's see if we can get a shot of these firing actually, because it's quite a sight to see. Here we go. They're loading the muskets. Come on, get some volleys off, Dwarves. Here we go. They're aiming. There we go. Oh, good solid fire. Don't know if they're going for those crossbow units at the back there. The mortars have actually been untouched. I thought they would have come under a charge from the Dragon Knights, but the Blood Dragons, but they didn't actually. They seem to have survived that, so they're still being able to fire onto the Dark Elves. Talking of the Blood Dragons, are they actually still fighting on? They're being chased down by the Princes of Caledor here. So they are being picked away, they're being kept busy, while the main vampire counts are still pushing against the High Elves here. Look at these Grave Guards. I just love the Grave Guards. Even on this mod, they look absolutely amazing. On Total War Warhammer as well. This is great. I love the fact we're playing this battle today. It's really whetting my appetite for Total War Warhammer. And of course, a recent announcement of the vampire counts. It's just amazing. It's a taste of what's to come, basically, guys. I can't wait. I cannot wait. 2 months to go. So yeah, the Dark Elves are making very light work now of the Dwarves. They're finishing the job, and they haven't lost particularly many men. And here comes the breakthrough there in that line there. They're trying to go round the back and recharge these units of Ironbreakers. But yeah, they found a gap and they're going for it. Oh, but look at this. The Hammers aren't finished. They're going to try and continue to fight on. Allow those Musketeers, or yeah, these Thunderers, sorry, these Musketeers, these Thunderers, a little bit more time to get some more rounds off, as well as the mortars. They've actually been firing recently. I haven't seen them. Looks like they are. Some great sounds here. The base of that Thunderers unit, superb. So yeah, the Dwarven mortars still got a few units that got through there. Cheeky little rascals. But yeah, the Blood Knights, actually, the Blood Dragon Knights are keeping the Dragon Princes of Caledor very, very busy here. This has been back and forth. Some good work from Dr. Alex with his cavalry there, I feel. Very good work. He's managed them quite nicely. And look at this unit here. This Northern Sea Guard unit has had to come across to reinforce this withering line of High Elf spears now, because the Von Karsteins, the Blood Dragon Knights over there, or the Blood Dragons, and Crowd's Personal Guard have all made a very, very strong breakthrough on this line now. Even the Grave Guards themselves are overpowering this line. So this is why these Lothian Sea Guard have had to come across now to support the dwindling numbers, in fact. And the problem is, if the Dark Elves, which looks like they're doing, get across and break through the Dwarves, look at this, they've surrounded this unit of Thunderers now. If they get their forces across, which is to say looks like it's going to happen, they are then free to come straight into the rear of the High Elves and recharge them. And if that happens, that would be game over, because they wouldn't be able to fight on two fronts. It would just be too much for them, too much to contend with, essentially. Come on, Dwarven mortars, keep firing, come on, you're not done yet. Give me something. You're not, they're just not bothered. Hang on, yes they are bothered, come on. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Oh, it didn't clip someone. I think it clipped a couple of these Negorons here at the edge of the cliffside. Oh, that's a great shot. That was a great shot. That second shot was actually better than the first. And look at this. Again, we see these Blood Dragon Knights sweeping around the battlefield. They've been going from point A to point B to point C. They're all over the place. How are these guys doing? The Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Are these still able to fire? I think they are. They're getting some shots down the side here, but the problem is the Blood Dragon Knights are here now. They've finished the job against them. They won't be able to stand against them for much longer. Unless they're going somewhere else. Where are they going? Unless they're going to try and position themselves up for a rear charge, maybe. Get the terrain to their advantage and get some momentum on the charge. This is probably what's going to happen here. Yeah, there we go. They're going down the hill now towards them. And there we go. Rear charge. That should be game over for them. And going back now, these Blackguard here have now taken on the Dwarven Mortar, so they won't last for much longer. So my fears are coming true. The Dark Elves have managed to break through. They're cutting off. There we go. The Dwarven General has fallen as well. Dear God, the Thane, who decided to team up with the High Elves, may have thought otherwise, because his army is crumbling. He should have stayed in his Kurak. But yeah, they'll come across in a second maybe. The High Elves, though, they are very, very strong warriors, and they are doing their kin very proud, because they're not going down without a fight. Here comes the very, very elite Phoenix Guard now to reinforce the dwindling line, as well as the White Lions. This is the elite of the High Elves now. And they are doing a very good job, because the vampire counts are starting to lose some numbers. Early on, they had the superiority, but now it's going back towards the High Elves. And as you would have guessed it, the Blood Dragons are the only unit really still hanging on, because, as I said to you, they are just, in a way, they're not unbreakable, but they're very close to being unbreakable. They will just kick ass. As you can see here, these two-handed swords they've got will swing, and they will cause almighty damage. A big push, though, from the White Lions now to try and drive them on that right side. I would say Phoenix Guard, get in here now. But what's coming? Oh, this is the Dragon Princes of Caledor. And yet the Northern Sea Guard are trying to surround them. They are literally enveloped now. This is where the test and the might of the Blood Dragons really comes into effect now. Can they do the job? Can they hang on? Give, essentially, the time that the Dark Elves need to form up to then mount a final push, because this is what's happening. They're forming up now. The Dwarves are finished. They are gone. They are face down in the dirt. and the Blood Dragons as well, who've done an amazing job. I want to see their statistics if I can at the end. I probably won't be able to, because I think this is being fought from the perspective of one of the, I think it's the High Elves replay, so we won't be able to see their kills, unfortunately. But if we could, I can imagine they were pretty high. They did an amazing job. Look at that, even this unit as well. They're just as good as the infantry. They will just survive for a long period of time. But it's incredible. I've gone away for half a minute and I've come back, and I don't think anyone's died of these Blood Dragons. It's the same as I was as I left it. But the numbers of the High Elves are dropping. Dear Lord. Phoenix Guard, I tell you what they've done. While with the Northern Spearmen here, they are forming up behind the rear, protecting their teammates or protecting their own units, the White Lions, because they realise the Dark Elves are getting ready for the final push. They are forming up over that side, ready to match them, while behind them they're just finishing off, or trying to finish off, the Blood Dragons. They've lost one more unit since I last checked. They've lost one unit. They were at 30 before and now at 29. Oh God. Yeah, they just position themselves now. This is quite clever work from the from the Dark Elves. Just forming up, getting I can't get my words out. Getting what's left of them ready to push in now. And the final chapter of this battle is coming to fruition now. The final march of the Dark Elves. This is where the High Elves' steel, their bravery, their determination really will be tested here. I mean, look at how they've formed up here, this lovely V shape. In fact, a very impressive formation. Try and repel the Blood Dragons over there and the Dark Elves coming this way. If only they could get these Blood Dragons taken down here, it would free up so many more units to then face the Dark Elves. But these Blood Dragons are actually doing an incredible job, because it's giving these guys and the knights down below the cavalry so much time now. And the Blood Dragons, the Dark Elves are coming in. The final push has begun, and look at these Blood Dragon Knights. They've gone around the back and are going to go up the hill now to recharge. But yeah, we can see here Comet, he's actually, is it Coma, get it right. He's actually formed up now in anticipation for this. And this is where it's literally coming to a head now. Every force, every single unit that is left is come to this point on the mountainside for the final clash of steel. I wouldn't know what these Phoenix Guards are doing, because I don't think there's these units over there, there's crossbow units, but they are not close enough. I would say bring them in. Try and get around the back of these Dark Elves there. Maybe get a rear charge against them. Some cycle charges are now taking place by the Blood Dragon Knights. You can see they're going to go for another rear charge in a second as well, again on these High Elf archers and these White Lions. Fighting to the death now. You can see there, but no, in fact they're not. They're completely broken men. They are routing. Panic is starting to kick in now with the High Elves. The Phoenix Guard now positioning their pikes forward, trying to drive the final few Blood Dragons down here and the Dragon Knights there. But still, look at that. There's 7 of them remaining. Still fighting on. They are such a powerful unit, the Blood Dragons. Oh God, you can't break them. They're unbelievable. So Princes of Calidor, the general unit now, his 5 units are left, are trying to come down the mountain to rally what's left of them. But maybe it's just too much, because the Dark Elves combined with the Blood Dragon Knights doing a great job. The hammer and anvil in a way. The Blood Dragons doing the hammering and the anvil of the Black Guards there, holding the infantry of the High Elves at bay. It's working. It's absolutely working. And there we go. Look at these. The High Elves, the Phoenix Guard, really trying to finish off the Blood Dragon Knights, but it's too much. It's just too much. Yeah, look at this. Wavering is starting to erupt. The Sea Guard are going back. They've realised the battle is lost. The Dark Alliance, the evil, has come. Oh, and there goes the general. Lord Komarius has gone. Oh God. What an heavy blow to take. But yes, evil has endured this day. The alliance of the Dark Elves and the vampires has seen the job through. There is no victory for the High Elves and the Dwarves today. It is a defeat. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the battle over and done with. Have a quick look at the statistics before we go. Yeah, a very, very enthralling battle. As I say, very close to the end. Those blood dragons on the infantry side of things, well, in fact, even the knights, definitely the best performing units. They were just incredible. Having a quick look, though, at the statistics here. As I said, we were playing it from the perspective of the High Elves here. So their best performing unit, wow, was the High Elf Archers. Well, you'll probably think that with them being elves, they're going to get a lot of kills. 287, 257 for those two units there. Apart from that, some Sea Guard, 120. They're the only oh yes, and some spears there. They're only 4 units that got into triple figures. But apart from that, some low numbers. But it's to say, it was the Blood Dragon Knights. They were just unbelievably powerful. And there was no way the Dwarves and the High Elves could break him. They were just amazing. So yes, evil has come through and allowed to carry on this day. So I hope you enjoyed this one today. It was brilliant stuff. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It was very, very epic and thrilling to watch. So yes, if you, as I said to you before, if you've got any replays you want to send in, then please do. Link down below in the description to my email address. And if you enjoyed the battle, please do drop it a like. I shall be back with some more very soon. And of course, guys, before I go, thank you so much for watching. But until next time, this is Warrior Spotter for now saying farewell.